Shalom, shalom. Call hello, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. That by honor to the elders, apostles, great milestone, and peace and salutations to the elect other nation of Israel, and to speckled bird Israelites that scattered abroad that look like the heathen nations. To y'all say shalom, and shalom to all you brothers and sisters that may be out there listening to these videos, and shalom to all you brothers and all you Akim that's out there in the highways and byways doing the work of the Lord in these latter times, trying to wake up the elect. Two-thirds of our people will be destroyed. And I also wanted to say that the Israelites who we call today, so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, Haitian, Guatemala, the Panamanians, those are the Israelites, always have been and always will be. I'm doing a video today basically, as y'all can see what it says. It says black people are getting sicker and being hospitalized more often than whites this flu season. And basically what sparked me to do this video was, just what it said as I read it. Since this whole pandemic popped off or started in 2020, they've been saying, that we're the most vulnerable, we're more susceptible, we're more open to getting these viruses and spreading them, and we're the reason, we're, all these different things, man, but, and I have been noticing a lot of Jakes, it don't even have anything necessarily to do with Jakes, but people in general, heathens, been getting sick, all types of people been getting sick, but I believe it's from the people that's been getting them jabs, man. They spraying whatever they got, because people that's not jabbed up or that haven't took that serum, they getting sick. So, and this is a part that Esau's plan to lock down again, and I believe they're going to do it soon, So let's get this in Jeremiah real quick. Jeremiah 17, right? Let me see if I can find it. Jeremiah 17:5, it says, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. So it's talking about, your mind. Your mind is going away from Yahweh, following the Most High and His Son. You trusted in man, Esau, Edom, who the earth has been given unto, who was the biblical nationality of the so-called white race, right? And I know we know a lot of Jakes took these jabs or these dunk shots, because they was telling you to get it. They was saying if you didn't get it, you couldn't get it. You ain't gonna be able to continue working. You ain't gonna be able to do this. You ain't gonna be able to do that. And now we know in 2023, they supposed to be coming out with a digital, jab passport. And that's gonna be required, Just another step before the MOTB, man. And they can come out with the MOTB next year. We that close. And with everybody getting sick again now, even after they still jabbed, and they coming out with different viruses, or they saying that they didn't found a zombie virus, man, get out of here, man. Hey, Jake is in that spirit of sleep, so Jake is gonna believe anything that Esau throws out there, man. But if you still believe Esau at this point, after everything he done told you, and he done came out and basically reversed or lied to you, told that he lied to you about, I don't know what to tell you. That's why the scriptures say, "Cursed be the man that trusteth in man." Right, and let's get this in the book of Proverbs, because most of our people are simple. This is Proverbs 14:15. It says, "The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his goings." See, and that prudent is the elect of Israel, man. The elect, the 1/3 of our people, the ones that the Lord's gonna save, right? Because like I said, 2/3 of our people will be destroyed, and they're gonna trust in this man all the way to the end. That's why most of our people that took them jabs, they're not the Lord's, right? They're 2/3, and they're gonna be taken by whatever's in them things, man. The majority of people now, the Lord can have mercy on some people that took them, but hey, for the most part, I believe that most of them people are done. Because what's coming out right now is they coming out and saying that people that are jabbed up, are the ones that's getting sick, you know, and they're spreading diseases, or spreading whatever it is that they got in that thing, man, you know, and and we know that we're the target, man. This is why we gotta get out of here, because Jake don't know their enemy, right? The so-called white man or woman and child, they are our enemies, man. They are our natural born enemies. You don't know what society you living in, right? You think everything is all good, right? Let's get this in Deuteronomy. It's 32, 32 and 7 says, "Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations." Right? You got to consider the many lifetimes, the many time periods that we went through, and decades that happened to our people, where we were getting experimented on, and people were getting sick, and they were doing experiments on people. You gotta remember these things, man. Particularly our people, us the Israelites. It says that It says, "Ask thy father, and he will show thee, and thy elders, and they will tell thee." So, a lot of Jakes, man, especially young Jakes, my generation or younger, they don't even care to ask these type of things, man. They think that they got it all. They think they know everything, or they don't want to know, right? They fight, oh, that's the past. I ain't gonna worry about that. And it's crazy because a lot of older Jakes that have went through those things or seen certain things that we ain't seen, they think that way too. So the Lord don't want no majority of our people, obviously. You still in that spirit of trusting this man after everything he has done, right? Um, like I said, um, you know, people are getting sicker because, like I said, I believe it's them jabs, and they coming out and saying it, you know. So ain't no excuses, man. Ain't no excuses. Um, I also thought of this scripture before I turned on the camera. What is that? I think it's Psalms. Is it Psalms 83? Psalms 83 and 1. It's right. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua." See, we don't want the Lord to just, continue letting this stuff go on. These devils keep putting stuff in the air, and, you know, forcing Jake to take stuff, and, just like always accusing us of being, this way with us. Esau is the one that's making everything the way it is. I mean, really, it's the Lord, but the Lord's making Esau do what he's doing. But we want the Lord to put an end to this stuff, man. And like I said, 2,000 people, they already going. It's already set for them to trust in this man and kick the bucket. It says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head." So these different nations, man, because it's gonna speak on them. These different nations, they all come together behind the scenes. They conspire and they plot against us, man. Because you see, if another nation sees an article like this, they're not gonna say nothing. They're just gonna skip over it. But yet we all equal. Yet we all treated the same. Get the hell out of here, man. Right? It says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones, which are the Israelites. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance." You see, and that's what they have done. They did that. We didn't know who we are until now. This time period that we living in, we didn't know who we was. But and they also doing it. Again. Because this thing, us being Israelites, is well known now. It's widespread. People know of it. And they trying to basically defame us and basically what's the other word? Oh, criminalize us. Say all type of bad stuff about us. They trying to ban us and everything. So that's another way that they're trying to cut us off from being a nation. And but this is more so, physically, and that's what they doing by creating these different, plagues and diseases, man. And saying that we're getting sicker. That's because they the ones doing that stuff, man. It says for they that consulted to get together, for they consulted to get together with one consent. Basically, they was all in agreement. They are confederates. They are in agreement, man, against the tabernacles of Edom, the so-called white race, and the Ishmaelites, the Arabs of Moab, the so-called Chinese, and the Hagarenes, which I believe are either other I think those are Africans or Ishmaelites. I could be wrong. Um, Gabal, Ammon, which is the so-called Japanese, Amalek, which is the Ishis. The Philistines are other Africans, and the inhabitants of Tyre, which are other Africans, I believe, also. So, see, as y'all can see, all these different nations conspired against us, man, and they all, they all in this, man. I mean, granted, they shut down the whole world, but somehow we are getting sicker the most. And then they were also given certain shots. I do remember that they were giving certain shots to us specifically, and they weren't. They were giving different ones to different races. So it's targeted, man. We always the target when it comes to these different plagues and stuff because we are the Lord's people and they want to cut us off, right? But I'm gonna get this, man. I didn't want this to be a long video. I just want to do a video on this real quick, because you Jay still trusted them. I don't feel bad for you, man, because you was warned. All right, so Isaiah 30:1 it says, "Woe to the rebellious children," said the Lord, "that take counsel, but not of me, and that take cover with their covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." See, death unto you if you turn from the Lord. You didn't listen to the Lord's prophets, particularly the men of GMS, right? The elders and apostles, the men out there on the streets teaching, telling you not to take this man's stuff or to trust anything he says, but you went ahead and took counsel of him and you chose his knowledge, his ways of wisdom. You cover it by his covering. And, by doing that, you being in sin, you being wicked. All right, it says that they may walk to go down to Egypt, which Egypt is America, and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore should the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust of the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And that's what's going on right now, man. Like I said, like the video is about, you got a lot of people, more so dying, man, than getting sick. Let's be real. They kicking the bucket from them jabs, and this all happening now. 3 years later, damn near. People are kicking the bucket at a rapid rate because they coming out with it, and people are starting to wake up too. But if you ain't a party, like, it ain't even gonna matter, man. So I just want to do a little quick video, man, on them saying that we're getting sicker and that we're the the worst group to getting these viruses, which like I said, we know why. We're the target. That's probably what I'm gonna name this video. But Lord willing, us is edifying. Give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Akakwadash. Double honor to the elders of grace, girders of great millstone, and peace and salutations to the other nation of Israel. Shalom, YASHAMIAHLA, Shalom.